my God, guys, it came. This is something I heard about. One of the guys over at HBO actually reached out to me and said, hey, would you like us to send you some stuff about the Last of Us HBO series that's coming out? And I said, yeah, why not? So they sent me a little goodie bag that's way bigger than I thought it would be. And I'm gonna open it with you. Okay, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing. I don't know if there's a lip or a thing to pull. No, I'm going for it. So like I said, I don't know what is in here. What they said is that it's like a collection of items that will make you connect to the show all the more. I don't know what that means. So we're gonna see what's in here. So packaging. Oh, is this a freaking Carhartt backpack? A Last of Us Carhartt backpack. There's stuff inside I can feel. A Last of Us flashlight. Does it work? It does. This is like the same one they use in the show. It's like one of those military ones that clips on your backpack there. That's kind of cool. Okay, what's in here? Let's open the front pocket, see if there's anything in there. There is. A little card. If you come this far, you know what's out there. Inside are things you'll need for the journey ahead. When you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Okay. Okay, look. Let's see what this is. It's like elastic wrapped. Okay, when I open, it's like a pry opener, a flathead, a Phillips, and a lanyard and bead. So it's like a multi-tool, but it's all like split apart. Is that what is it? Oh, it's like a magnetic multi-tool that sticks together, and then you can run the lanyard through it. That's pretty badass. So then I take this, I run the lanyard through it to keep all the pieces together, and then I can run this through. That's actually pretty cool. And the fact that there's like a pry tool, a flathead, a cross point, a box opener tied to it as well, that's actually somewhat useful. Normally these things that come in here are like a total waste, but that's actually useful. But okay, what else we got? What else we got in here? There's a Last of Us Carhartt beanie. That's kind of nice. Carhartt makes very good stuff. What's this? Oh, stickers. You gotta have your Firefly stickers. What about the big pocket? Let's see the big pocket. What we got? Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna open this part first and see. I'm guessing I know what would come in a tube like this, but let's see. Oh, I don't want to break it or damage it. Okay. Can you guess? A full poster. I respect it. And goodness gracious, it's a full like Carhartt relaxed fit duck blanket line Detroit jacket. That is heavy duty. I don't know if you don't live in a cold climate. I'm in Colorado, so I'll actually use this, but like Carhartt makes very, very good stuff. Like it's what Joel is wearing in the games, are Carhartt jackets and shirts and stuff. And it's because they keep you warmer than anything. It's ridiculous. And this thing is a very, very nice jacket. And then it's also customized and embroidered with the Last of Us logo. That's pretty cool. Should I try it on? Should I do it? Hold on. I'm gonna put it on. See my dad bod? Okay. Oh. Tommy! Dude, I just put it on. I'm gonna zip it up for the sake of consistency, but I'm already like kind of hot. And this, like, I've been wearing this thing for 30 seconds. That's very nice. Thank you, guys. Now, as of the time of recording this video, I have not actually seen The Last of Us on HBO. It's something that's going to be releasing 1 week at a time, 1 week per episode kind of thing. And so I'm going to be experiencing it with you guys in real time. But I thought after opening these little goodies, I would kind of offer my thoughts on this, because I get tons of questions about it all the time. Of course, I've made huge critiques on the Last of Us games. I even made, the 5-hour video on the Last of Us Part 2 and a very large video on the Last of Us Part 1 as well. And so I've talked about these games a lot, and they are very special to me. So to see them making a big budget HBO show based off of it is a little surreal, but also something I'm fairly excited about. Now, we talked about the reviews of the show that have come out over on Luke Stevens Live, my second channel where I live stream 3 times a week. Go check it out if you're interested. Links below, or just look up Luke Stevens Live. And when going through those reviews, the reception has generally been very, very positive. Everybody feels as though it's a very faithful adaptation, while also changing a couple things to make it work with the format a little better. And I haven't seen anything in the reviews that makes me think that there's any cause for alarm or any reason to think that this isn't going to be great. Everything I've seen actually makes it look pretty awesome. And I find all of this pretty interesting because The Last of Us is an extremely narrative and cinematic game, which you would think would make it very easy to just quickly transpose. Like, okay, we'll just take the script, cut out the gameplay segments, and then you've got your show, right? But it's actually a little bit trickier than that, because in The Last of Us, there's communication that takes place through gameplay where you're bonding with characters by completing puzzles with them, navigating levels, completing combat challenges together. And then there's also things that are communicated to the player through exploration, such as discovering notes in a desk somewhere that connects you with the world a little bit more, which adds to the experience in a very real and tangible way. And that type of thing just can't be done in a TV show. So you have to do different things. You have to add in scenes and you have to add in different shots to frame the emotional set piece that you're going for. And it can be a little bit more complicated. And sometimes gamers can feel as though that's inserting more than maybe the creators or the filmmakers had the mandate to do. But I actually find these things extremely necessary to do, because again, if you just took the cutscenes of The Last of Us, I think you'd have a decent show and story to tell, but the experience could be so much better, and you could have such a more impactful experience if you could find a way to basically transpose those gameplay happenings into something that can be communicated to the viewer in the format of a show. And from what we can tell, that's going to be done in the HBO show with flashbacks, with alternative writings and timing. So one character that might have been dead in the game when you first come across them, you might encounter them alive in the show and then witness their death, so that can be communicated without having to rely on like Joel walking up, finding a note, holding it up to the camera, and then letting you read it while he's reading it. That wouldn't be very satisfying, whereas they can just communicate it to you directly in this other way. I'm fine with that. I can understand how some people might be upset by it, but I'm not worried at all about it. Furthermore, they've had Neil Druckmann involved in the creation and writing of this show from the very beginning. And listen, whether you love Neil Druckmann or not, he is the creator and the writer of the original Last of Us game, and also its much more controversial sequel. And as a result, it's kind of his baby. And if anybody can help make sure this adaptation is in line with the original intent of the game and the emotions and motivations that were driving the characters in that game, it's gonna be Neil Druckmann. I mean, nobody else is better qualified to be involved in this. It's just like nobody. And honestly, as long as he doesn't go out and do like a George Lucas kind of thing where he shows up and then just like rewrites the whole story, or like J.K. Rowling, he shows up and is like, oh, actually, Joel was in a wheelchair the whole time. We just didn't tell you. As long as he doesn't do that, I'll be happy and I won't be too worried about it. And as far as I can tell, the people that they've assigned to review the HBO show on all of these websites, they're fans of the game and they feel as though it's faithful to the original content and it's getting a thumbs up from them. And from the developers who worked on the original game, a lot of them are saying it's better than they ever could have imagined. And they are very, very proud of the team that worked on it. So you know what? I'm very optimistic and I'm looking forward to the show. And not just because they sent me a bunch of swag that's actually like way cooler than I was expecting. I was honestly expecting to like open this and be like, I can't put this in the video. Okay, it's like stickers and a pack of gum. But no, like this is actually pretty freaking cool. So I'll give it to them. And as always, you guys know that if the show ends up being horrible, I'm gonna make a video on it and I'm gonna roast it. But if the show ends up being really good, which I hope it is, and I have reason to think it will be good, then we're gonna get a faithful adaptation of a game that many of us know and many of us love. And that's going to introduce this world and this game to so many more people who have never played games before or didn't think that games could have really serious and gritty narratives. And that's a good thing. The more people enjoy this hobby with us, the better. And so I'm just excited to see this thing that I love introduced to so many more people who previously have never given it a chance. Maybe it's weird to hear me be like really upbeat and positive for once, but I love this kind of thing, and I like liking things. I like having stuff to smile about and be excited about, and I think that this is a good thing for the industry, and hopefully it gets a ton more people interested in The Last of Us and Naughty Dog games and PlayStation narrative games and Xbox narrative games, and it just brings more people into this one big family that we have. But until I've watched the entire show, I'm gonna mess around with the stuff they sent me and maybe even play through The Last of Us Part 1 remake again to get refreshed with it, because I kind of have that itch. I have The Last of Us itch, and I'm excited. Ah, God, I looked right at it. Okay, oh shit, I did it again. I wasn't even trying that time. I'll give it to them. It's a very bright light. Okay, we're gonna turn it off. I was like, oh, it's a flashlight. Look at that, it's so pretty. Okay, anyway, I can't see where the camera is, so hopefully I'm looking at it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of The Last of Us show in the comment section below. I'll be going through those to see if you have positive feelings so far. And once the show comes out and we've gone through it, I'm sure I will have lots of stuff to say about it. So until then, hugs and kisses. Thanks for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.